Hey guys, welcome back to the new Roblox update. So today, the update, as you can tell, is the Beanstalk update. So it's kind of like Jack and the Beanstalk. As you can tell, you have a massive beanstalk, and at the top is a giant with a golden goose. So this one has already been built, but basically what you need to do is you need to collect plants from your garden, and you need to give it to this gentleman over here. As you can tell, there's a scoreboard. So I've just joined this, so we're all 0. If you contribute the most and you're at the top of the scoreboard, you get extra prizes. So I did a little bit yesterday and I got 3 of the new eggs just from coming top. So it's the best idea is to try and get that so that you get eggs for free, which I think they're like 50 million. So they're quite expensive. So getting 3 of them is amazing. But yeah, you basically need to give him plants. And as you can tell, it says looking for flower plants. He might go looking for flower plants. I think there's woody plants, there's fruit plants, there's berry plants, there's a variety of things. I'll pop in the description below the link I use to find out which plants are which, basically. And then once you've got it, I think it's to 900, this grows. And as you can tell, in 9 seconds, it's going to decay. So basically, it's going to come down. If you do contribute to it, oh, here we go, it's going to decay. So it basically then... It's now saying Beanstalk decays in 23 hours. Not seen this. Have no idea what that means. There we go. I was going to say, I'm like, what the hell is going on? Beanstalk goes down, you can't get to the top, and these 2 things here are portals, so you can't get to the top. Like I was saying, if you do contribute to growing the beanstalk, even if you're not top, you're in 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th. Flower ones I do really bad at because I've got my rubbish garden open, which has basically no flowers, so I don't do very well at these ones. But if you do help contribute to growing this beanstalk, on the way up the beanstalk, you could basically get these little green orbs, which basically give you prizes. So I think you could get reclaimers, which are the worst, and you could get loads of different things like the eggs and mutation things and stuff. I'll pop a little picture up for you, but you could basically get those going up the beanstalk, which is great. Parkouring up the beanstalk is great fun. Not but I did it yesterday. I did it on my iPad, which is trickier than you think, because when you're climbing the beanstalk, you have this little Your Farm logo. And if you're trying to twist your person's view around with your thumb and you accidentally hover over it, you get teleported back to the bottom. This happened to me 3 times before I realised what had happened. So yeah, don't do that. But I'm on PC now, so it should be better. So once this has grown, I will show you how to parkour up, or like what it's like to parkour up it anyway. With the beanstalk, if you have basically just grown your beanstalk, say on this server, and then you think, oh, it's grown, I want to go to another server to be able to like grow more and more and more, you can't. It will still time you out for, I think it's like 15 odd minutes. It will still time you out. So if you come into this one and then you go to giving plants whilst other people are trying to grow it, it will not allow you to grow the beanstalk until your time is up. It's just so it's fair, because basically, if you contribute to growing a beanstalk, these portals at the end here, what they basically are is, I think it's after like 8 or so contributions, you could just teleport to the top and you could teleport back down, which is good because I like to teleport to the top and then go down and collect all the things, because it's so much easier going down than it is going up. But it's obviously just a way to kind of balance it and stop you from just rinsing it. So like I said, you could get eggs. So these 3 eggs, these are the first 3 eggs I got. I haven't opened them. I could have opened them last night, but I didn't want to open them without recording it, because I thought may as well open them all whilst I record this. So I have waited to do these, and I think I do have like another 7. Yeah, I have another 8 which we could grow. So we're trying to get the golden goose. I will find out what the golden goose does. I know it's pretty good. I think you have it and it grows a certain thing, and then if you sell it, it can then pass that mutation onto a plant in your garden. I think, I can't remember. I will find it and I'll pop it up on the screen. But you could also get these crates which have these different things in it. I have opened a few of these, so I have got this lovely little archway. So we'll open these quickly. So we've got another pillar. I've got one of those already, but that is still cool because I've got 2 now. Open this one. Another archway. Can't really put another archway. And I've got a little beanstalk thing. So let's do the eggs. So obviously the best egg is, if you get from it, you get the golden goose, which I think is a 1% chance, and I think there's a dairy cow and other things which I'll pop on the screen as well. Fingers crossed for the golden goose. Can we get it first time? Probably not, but okay, I know what we got because it comes down at the bottom before. So we got a jackalope, which is actually massive. This one's huge. He's quite cool. I bet I'll get all doubles now. Oh, okay. Okay. I hate that it comes down at the bottom. So we got a seedling. I think I read about this one. I think this one takes a mutation from a plant and puts it on another plant. It doesn't touch your favorited plants though. So say you had a really expensive plant and you favorited it, it shouldn't take your mutations from that plant. I bet I'll get a double now. Oh no, we haven't got a double. We haven't got a double. It's good. It's not the golden goose that we wanted. It's a really, really, really cute little cow though. Look at this little flower. Oh, that is so cute. So we got one of each. We just need the rare one. What we're going to do is we will plant some more eggs. I can only do 3. They take 4 hours and 10 minutes. Well, these take 4 hours and 10 minutes because I have my little chicken down. This I got from the last event, the cooking event, which basically increases the hatch speed. So that's very helpful for me. So hopefully, yeah, out of these, what I will do is I will record all of my egg hatchings. Even if I am not recording a video, I will try and record them all, either if it's on my iPad or on here. And I will try and record when I finally get the golden goose, which will be really, really helpful. Like I said, I would find out what they all are. So the dairy cow, you have a 50% chance to get it. All plants within 10 studs will grow 1.3 times faster. And when selling this pair, it has a small chance to get a beanstalk seed. So, not too bad. The jackalope, which we got, is 31% chance. And every 100 seconds it thumps its feet and has a 16% chance to mutate a nearby fruit, applying the sandy mutation. The seedling, which we got as well, is a 12% chance. It swaps mutations between 2 different random fruits, but it ignores favorited fruits, like I said. So obviously if you do have a really, really, really good fruit, favorite it, because otherwise it may take all the mutations from it. So say if you like, I get a lot of strawberries that get mutations on, which is really annoying. So it could take it from there and give it to a better plant. So that's fine. But I'm guessing it can't give it to a favorited plant. That's kind of what you'd want to happen. But there's a golem, which we haven't got yet, which is a 6% chance. This basically every 5 minutes, it goes to the mutation machine where you basically put your pet in and it tinkers with it and advances its time by 60 seconds, which isn't awful, but obviously 60 seconds isn't that long, but it's not too bad if you're looking to do that. And the golden goose, which is a 1% chance, and every 10 minutes it lays a golden eggplant on the player's garden that starts with the fortune mutation. The golden egg can be harvested and mutates like a regular plant. And harvested and mutates. Oh, okay. It did say something else earlier, so I don't know what that was, but that is pretty cool. That's what we're after. We're trying to get the golden goose. We have obviously 2 weeks to get it, because obviously on Saturday there is another update which updates this, so that'll be interesting to see what that updates. And obviously the week after that, then it completely changes. So fingers crossed we could get the golden goose. I'm going to try and get it, so wish me luck. Alongside the update of the beanstalk, there is also a new seed in the shop, which since I've been playing, which hasn't been that long, there hasn't been a new seed in the shop. So there's this, which is a Roman Esso, something like that. Haven't seen it in the shop yet, but from what I've seen, it has been in the shop. But I think for me, it showed in the shop at 4 in the morning, which I am not waking up at 4 in the morning to get the seed, because I'm just not doing that. Every hour it changes, so now he's looking for prickly plants. So like I said, it changes every single hour. I have no idea what's under the category of prickly plants, so I will find out. So prickly plants are things like cactuses, dragon fruits, pineapples, Venus flytraps, prickly pears, loads of other things, twisted tangles, spiked mango, lots of things that I don't have, but we do have a few. So let's go and get some. So I do have cactus and I do have dragon fruit. So let's just grab a load of these before someone finishes this off. Run all the way over. These people are just showing off their fruits. So, hand it to the man. And I go feed all my plants. Oh, we're so close. We're so close. So, feed all my plants. There we go. And it is growing. As you can see, someone got a bonus reward because they came first. I obviously came last because I didn't have many flowers. Had a bit better on the prickly ones, but obviously it just wasn't enough. This is the beanstalk. So, like I said, as you can tell right here, there is a green orb. So I would cheat and use the portals, but I will show you how to parkour. So you've just got things like ladders, and on the way up, like I said, you will find these green orbs. I say, and not find them. Here, so you just click it, and I got a sprout crate, which gives obviously you all the different furniture items and things like that. God, parkouring is not me. It's the first time I'm doing it on keyboard and mouse though. So keep climbing, just make sure you check every leaf because it's in different places each time. This one under here is really cheeky. Again, 2 godly sprinklers, which is really good. I will tell you, I know I saw something about the percentage chance of this, so I will do that in a minute. This bit here, I could not do on my iPad. Every time I tried to jump from there to jump up that, it wouldn't work. So you can't do that. Climb up this bit. Cheesing it a little bit. Another one. A master sprinkler, again, decent. Oh! It's a bit finicky. And then this one, another master sprinkler, and I don't think there's any on those. Like I say, just keep climbing up, which you then get to the cloud, which this guy has his own golden goose. So this is his golden goose, which is the thing we want. And then you've got giant. So you just ask what you're selling. So again, every hour this does change, so it restocks every single hour. So say you build this now and then you build the beanstalk in 20 minutes time, this will still be the same. You're basically in that 20 minutes, you're either doing it to make sure you can teleport, or you're doing it basically to get the rewards going up. So you do get sprout seed packs. So you get flare daisies at 40%, you get dusk puff at a 25%, you get a mango steen at 20%, you get the Poseidon plant at 10%, gleam root at 4.5%, and a princess fawn at 0.5%. So far, I have all of them, apart from, of course, the 0.5%. So you get quite a lot of these seed packs from climbing it, you get from everything. So they are quite easy to get, and again, like I said, you can buy them here. Here are the pets, like I told you. So you've got the golem, which we need, and the golden goose, which we need. We've got the first 3, we just need the last 2. You get a mandrake, so you know, like from Harry Potter. I'm a massive Harry Potter fan. The little plant that they pull out and it screams. This is in the game. I think that is hilarious. Someone who loves Harry Potter, it's a great addition. Again, it's a 1 plant only, so you just plant it, and then when you pull it out, it is obviously done and dusted, so you do have to buy more. Sprout crate, like I said. You could get the bean vine pillar. You could get the beanstalk hammock. Oh my god, I can't speak now. Chopped beanstalk. You could get a bean pod crate, a beanstalk entrance, which I have 2 of, so I'm surprised I have 2 of those. And you get the egg podium, which obviously has the golden goose egg, which is really cool. I know some items have started to do different effects and things like that, so I don't know if this has that, so I will have a look. Silver fertilizer, so it makes a plant silver for 2 hours. So I think you basically use it in your garden and the plants go silver for 2 hours, which is really cool. You get a canary melon. Haven't got this yet, but that looks pretty cool. So obviously we need to get that, and we need to get this, which is an amber heart. That looks really, really cool. We need to get that. Again, I haven't seen it come into stock. Obviously it's a mythical, so it comes into stock, just not often. And you get this Spriggan. Again, it's another pet, I think. Looks like a pet. Overgrowth occasionally spreads its roots and nearby fruit have a chance to get a bloom mutation, which I actually got this. So you can get it as a spray. I got this from climbing up the beanstalk. I've not seen it before, but I do have that, so you can get it via that as well. So this is my main garden. I don't obviously want to open this on public servers, so I come to a private server. That's why I use my other one in the other ones if I want to basically talk to people, sell things and things like that. So otherwise I come here and no one can steal my stuff. So I'll show you the reason I don't want to go into servers is because I am trying to grow some very expensive strawberries at the moment. Taco fern. Where is my expensive strawberry? I can't even get to it. There we go. That's my expensive strawberry at the moment. I'm just seeing how many mutations and things I can get on. There is also a new mutation, which is silver. There we go. Silver, as you can see there, which you can see on that plant there. I haven't used the, what do you call it yet? The silver thing. I do have it. I don't know what part it comes up in. Hold on. There it is. I don't know what you do with this. You must fertilise a valid plant. Oh, do you have to put it on a plant? Oh, hold on. If I can find the stem. So I'm guessing everything now grows silver. So if we take some of these, take some of them. Okay, I've tried to make some space for the new plants. So, like I said, we've got this one, which looks so cool. So we're going to plant that there. And maybe, there's so many of them. I'm going to do one each for now. Then they've got this one, which I'm going to pop here. The dust puff, which I showed you earlier, which is like the mushrooms. We've done that one. The mandrake, which I think are so cool. I'm going to plant one over there just to show you. Why won't you let me put it there? Thank you. This one, which looks like a mango type plant, which we'll put. Yes, I know the gleam root is growing. I think that's it. Yes. Okay. Done one of each. And because this is rare. Actually, no, we won't do it yet just because we want to see what it looks like normally. But I'm going to go get some watering cans and I'm going to water these and hopefully grow them very quickly to show you all. Another new thing that I've just found in the game is you've got a guide now basically, and it says level 0. So obviously that's what you start on. So this is my profile. So that tells you about that. You've got daily quests, which is plant 5 pumpkin seeds, 100 carrot seeds and 5 watermelon seeds. So like we used to do at the gear shop, they've now put it in this, which is quite nice. So you don't have to keep walking back and forward. You've got achievements. This is really, really cool. So grand prize, complete all achievements set to unlock huge rewards and 100 backpack slots. So, and you get a statue of achievement. So you basically, this is what I was looking for. So you've got different types of achievements. So you've got rare achievements. So this cooking thing, so you get a cooking kit, which basically allows you to make, let me go back to it. Hold on. No, it is this one. And increases your pet inventory slot. So the way I found out about this was, I was like, how the hell do you make a corn dog? So of course I go to Google. I found it and found a load of information on it which tells you about these achievements. I saw this cooking guide, not cooking guide, I saw this guide in my inventory and thought, oh, okay, this is cool. Haven't actually looked into it. Should have. Because if you click it, it tells you different things. Why? I didn't look at this before. So you've got obviously your common achievements, your uncommon achievements, your rare achievements, your legendary, your mythical, and your divine, and your prismatic. Apparently so far I've done more legendary. You get seed packs by the looks of it. So it's things like harvest 60 wind struck crops, which obviously I have done. You could do 60 chilled crops. Again, it gives you different things. So it gives you obviously XP. And rainbow or gold crops, again really cool. So harvesting bamboo, feeding bamboo to pets, selling bamboo and things like that. So that's really, really cool. So now we have achievements, and obviously you've got all of these different achievements to do. and you can get different things like the cooking kit, which helps you cook things, obviously, like in the last event. So that is a really cool addition. It says plants, so it basically shows you all the plants that you have had, and obviously the ones that you haven't have got, which obviously I haven't got a bone blossom one, but someone gave me one, so I've got it in there. And obviously you've got all these cool other things, which obviously I've never seen before, because they're plants I can probably not get now. They may come back around. Pets, so all the pets that you have got and obviously could get. Obviously ones you can't get, you have to trade with people. Cosmetics and things like that, which I'm not too bothered about, but they do look cool. Like some of them I do really like, but some of them I'm not bothered about. Obviously for people who do like cosmetics, you can see them there. And the food and stuff that you have made. Obviously in question, the corn dog. Did not realise. I probably should read things better, but it's fine. All these different things, which then obviously you can take, and then once you've done it, you get the extra special rewards. So maybe I should pay more attention. So we've just added another mutation to this, which is the bloom effect, which I thought I'd try out, and I found out that that times the cost of your plant by 10%. The silver one does 5%, and the fortune one does 220. So you really want that golden goose. Yeah, so we'll be trying to grind for that golden goose. Obviously, I can only hatch 3 at a time, but obviously I can get more if I go and talk to the egg person and get more egg slots. So, all of our new plants have grown, so let's have a look at them. So this is the Poseidon plant, which I really, really like. Can you imagine if that gets a shocked effect? That would look amazing. But yeah, it basically grows all the way up. You get some grown at the bottom, and then I've got one that's grown up really far up the top. I've got this gleam root, which are these kind of like a mix between, it's like half a jalapeno. That's what it looks like it's just half grown, but I've got that. And then we've got our little dusk puffs, and we've got over here our mango. Like I said, we have our mango, so which is obviously just a different variety of mango. We have our mushroom. We have our gleam root, which, yeah, like I said, looks like a half jalapeno. We've got our Poseidon plant, which looks awesome. Look at that. That looks so much fun. And then the one that I absolutely adore. This doesn't look great because it's a wet one. So it looks like he's having a wee. But it's so cute. Look at it. Like I said, you can only harvest it once and that's it. But that's just adorable. But yeah, it looks really, really cool. So let me know, guys, down in the comments below what you're liking about this update. And obviously we get another semi-update on Saturday, so that'll be interesting to see what they add to it. But yeah, like and subscribe, it always helps out the channel, and I will see you next time. Peace.